Okay, so let me switch my, gosh, I don't know if I want myself to get any bigger. My hair is a hot mess on my head today. Yeah, I kind of like this better than just on me, since there's not as many of you. So tell me, starting off first, what were some of the things you were excited that happened in April? Anyone, whoever, jump on it.
My highest sales.
Your highest sales and 2 recruits.
Yay!
And that made you
a team leader.
Team leader. Yeah, girl. Right. Awesome. You're almost there.
Almost.
That's very cool. All right, Kristen.
Mine was that I had a party that wasn't going so good, and then it finally did, and it went above where I thought it was going to go, and that I promoted.
Yay! So excited. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. Where do you live at, Kristen?
Texas, South Texas.
Is it close to the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
No, I'm further south, like between San Antonio and Austin.
Okay. So how far are you away from the Dallas, Texas area?
Probably 3 hours.
Okay, because we're coming there this month for a director day with, did they tell you about this? Did Melissa tell you about this? There's a director day in Texas, and it's with our national, Carol Rideau, and we're coming down on, we'll come down on Thursday evening, but it's on a Friday. It's on Friday, the 17th.
And that's of this month?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So I know it's kind of cutting it close for you, but if there's any chance that you could come, I can let Carol know and you can get registered. So, because I know that, I mean, one, we'd love to meet you, and they're really, really good information, really good trainings. So that would be really good for you. So, Trisha, have you told us? What'd you say?
What is the cost for that?
I'll have to look because I want to say.
You can just message me.
Okay, I will, because I know it may be different for new promotes. She started out at a rate, and kind of each month it went up just a little bit, you know. So the earlier she kind of had an early bird special, but it may be different for new recruits. I mean, for new promotions. So let me ask her and see if I can find out, and I'll send you the information.
Cool.
Trisha, what about you?
What about me?
What about you? What went good in April for you?
I guess hitting my, I don't know. Let me see. Getting the, well, I was like at 1965 submitted. Money-wise, I guess that's good.
Yeah.
And my lady that I finally got, she is like a sister to me, and she wanted the March special, you know, she was going to be a kidnapper. That's what she was going to do. And I was like, oh, you can't do that. And she said, well, I may start doing this in the summer because they pipeline, and so she's always kind of in between places. And so I told her, you can't do that. You need to do this now. And she finally figured out how easy it is posting stuff, you know, like it wasn't hard and it wasn't going to take up a lot of space in their camper. So she got she started doing her job and got us to 2,500. So
Awesome.
And she only had like 2 parties. So she did really good. I'm proud of her.
Awesome. That's why I was asking you how many people you had, because I saw that you guys were at 2,500, and obviously your sales. So I was like, did she make team leader last month?
No, I only have the 1 recruit, and I have a lady that is having a party. I think her party is the last week of May, I think. Yeah. And she really, 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 really wants the quick cooker.
Yes.
And she joined the opportunity event.
Uh-huh.
So I'm hoping that maybe she would, that may push her over the thing and be like, okay, yeah, I'll do this. So maybe, I don't know.
So what are your goals for May? What would you like to see happen in May? Besides promoting. I know Kristen, you already did, but Trisha, besides promoting, what would you like to see happen in May?
I get more recruits, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
about
would
you,
like
Carrie?
to at least, I know I need 5, right, to promote.
Correct.
So I'll shoot for 5, but I don't know that that's going to happen.
Don't say that.
I'm having some health stuff, so I'm kind of worried about this month.
Trisha, my number 1 rule is you don't ever say don't or can't.
I know. Tammy told me that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because you are your own worst enemy,
Yes.
and what you think in your head is what's most likely going to happen. So if you use words like yes and it will and I can, your brain starts to believe those things, believe it or not.
I know. I just had a big setback, so I'm kind of discouraged.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can still do it, girl. We're here for you. What about you, Carrie? What would you like to see happen this month?
I would love to see me pull in 3 recruits.
Mm-hmm.
My personal goal is actually 4 recruits.
Awesome. Do you know what 4 recruits will get you this month?
No.
Besides director? Okay, so with the recruits, what they're doing this month, you guys, and this is huge for you guys that may
Is that the double point?
yes, that
Yeah.
Disney is far away. You may be thinking, how can I ever? Okay, think about it. If you have 4 recruits this month and you were to get them qualified, that's 24,000 points. That's almost half of the Disney year requirements.
That would be incredible.
Wow.
Okay, so if you have thought, I don't know, I'm already so far behind. I don't know if I can make it up and make it happen. This is like an amazing blessing that they have given to people that need to catch up on points. So the biggest thing, and these people are going to want to qualify when they get half of their kit back.
Mhm.
Because
So that's where I get confused.
Confused?
So
okay,
if they sign up and get the kit and they sell their $12.50 in their first 30 days,
correct.
they get back that $59?
They get back half of the price. Yes. So whatever.
It would be free.
Okay, it's actually okay.
No.
So 109 is the kit price. Okay. If they get half of it back, they're going to get $54.50 back, and it's actually deposited back on their check. Okay, once they hit it. So $54.50 goes back on their check. Now, let's say one of your hosts uses a $50 kit credit coupon. Okay, so then you're taking 109 minus the $50, and they're paying $59 up front for that kit. Then when they hit their $12.50 in their 30 days, they're going to get $55 or $54.50 back on their account. So that kit ultimately could cost them $4.50.
That is incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big.
Yep.
Big.
Yeah. So 109, it has the quick cooker in it. It has everything that they need. I mean, literally, they could sign up and do virtual parties and go live and rock it from the very beginning, because they're going to have the quick cooker, they're going to have the chef's tongs, they're going to have the salad choppers, they're going to have some cutting boards. They're going to have just, let's make a dinner. Let's make some salsa chicken. Throw some chicken and some salsa in that quick cooker and make dinner and go live with it. I mean, they will have that opportunity to do that from the very beginning. So, which is going to help them be successful from the very beginning. So that kit is awesome to help, promote getting recruits this month, and also just to starting them out strong, because they're going to have the supplies that they need to really, start the business strong. So that's kind of the breakdown. 109. I mean, that quick cooker is $240 in itself without the other products.
Yeah.
So, yep. And then you talk about getting half of it back. And then if they do use 25, 50 of their kit credit at all, I mean, they're ultimately getting all that stuff for free. So, which is really cool. So I really want you guys to focus on that special this month. Okay. And focus it on a way that you're not just promoting a kit. Okay. What I mean by that is people are going to see this price and the special, and they're going to think, wow, I just want to get that kit because I want that quick cooker. Okay. Which means they may turn around and do nothing with their business. Okay. So the biggest thing is, like, I had a host coaching call tonight, and I just asked her, I said, I told her a little bit about my story, because she was a teacher. She's taught for 10 years. I just told her a little bit about mine and how I ended up at Pampered Chef. And I asked her, I said, have you ever thought about doing something like this? And she said, actually, I have. She said, summer's getting ready to come up. I've kind of toyed with the idea of doing something. She said, I love the products. And she said, she said, I never have hosted a party of anything before, though. So she said, I kind of want to see, how this week goes, how everything is with the party. And so I just gave her a lot of tips on how to make it successful. She's like, yeah, I'm going to have probably a lot of outside orders because I have family all over. They're not really on Facebook. So I'm going to start collecting that, and so I told her about the special of the kit, and she was just like, wow, that is amazing. But before I talked about that special, I really sold her on the opportunity. And I think that is really important, when we're talking about the special this month, is talking about the opportunity and what it can do, and then following it up with, and wow, you should see the special this month. They've never done this before, because they haven't ever done this kit before. It's 109. And then I told her, basically you can get half of this back, and we could use some of your kit credit, pay for it. She was just like, holy cow, that's amazing. So that's just like kind of the double bonus, because I had already piqued her interest to begin with. And then you add on that special, it's like, boom, wow, that's amazing. So I would just really encourage you to be sure with every host that you have this month to just really talk about, we have this amazing opportunity this month. Have you seen our quick cooker? It is an awesome piece, that I use in my house all the time, and talking even about, because I know that one of the recipes they're going to focus on in that kit with the recipes and stuff they get is going to be that salsa, the chicken salsa, because, so you can even say, I throw chicken and salsa, push the chicken button. You can throw some black beans in there, corn. That's what I do. I throw black beans and corn in there. We have it in our, in some taco shells. So, I mean, it's really, really good, really simple. You can use it as lettuce wraps, if you're keto or whatever. So it's just a really good recipe. But talking about that in your parties, do you guys have I see Carrie's.
Oh, yes.
Right there behind you. Do you have one, Kristen? Is that a yes?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you have one, Trisha?
No.
You don't have the quicker yet? So, I mean, even posting some videos, until you can get it, it's going to be awesome. So I already saw, I don't even know how many people going live with making chicken salsa tonight for dinner. already. Day one. I was slipping through that. I was like, oh, making some chicken salsa. But I think that's a great way in your parties to talk about it is make some chicken salsa. Who has went live yet so far?
Not me.
No, not me.
Hey, that's your goal this week.
It is in my
Still
notes.
got a couple days.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just double checking. It's just midweek here. We were midweek. I was just kind of making sure we were, planning that in our head. What we
You
can
will
do.
get mine probably Saturday evening,
The dessert
Sunday,
time.
maybe.
So yeah, just be sure that you continue doing that. But I really want to encourage you guys because of how awesome that special is and the points, guys. Gosh, I mean, how much I love to see all of you guys at Disney World, with your families, and how awesome would that be for them, to see you earn that and accomplish that. So
Yeah, my kid's already like telling people we're going, so I'm like, oh, we can't not go.
yep,
Yeah.
that'll push you real
Logan
hard.
about it.
Yeah.
I told Logan every day, he's like, how many points do you have? How many points do you
You
have?
guys have that tracker up where they can help you color it in?
Yes.
Put that on your refrigerator. That'll keep you motivated. Let the kids color it in when you earn your
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
I went on there to, how you can go on there and track your progress or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It does not show where I've got my one recruit.
When did you get? Now, are they qualified yet?
Oh yeah, that's the only one I have. She's qualified.
When did she qualify?
Oh wait, 1250 is qualified, right?
Yes.
Okay. She's green. She's not qualified.
Okay. Once
So
she
once
hits her
she
12,
hits 1250.
then you'll have your 3,000 points in there.
But does she have to do that within 30 days?
No. If she does it by December, you still get it.
Okay.
Now, with the special this month of the 6,000, yes. You could still get 3,000 of that up until December, but
Right. So I want her to be above that by the end of May.
yeah, I mean, that's ultimately the goal to go ahead and get her, but you're still going to only get 3,000 for her.
Right.
Anyone that joins this month, you'll get 6,000. So, which is really great for you guys because, you guys are working on getting more recruits this month anyways. So that's just kind of like an added bonus.
Oh shoot. If they sign up the last week of May,
Mm-hmm.
that wouldn't work. They
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to.
It's still their 30 days. Their
Oh.
30 days, not this month's 30 days. You still go off of their 30-day mark.
Okay.
No matter
Brain fart. Sorry.
Yep. No, you're good.
Good to know.
Yeah, so 30 days from their 30-day mark is what they're shooting for.
Okay.
Okay. So, Carrie, how many parties do you have booked for?
For May, 12.
Awesome. What about you, Kristen?
I have 5.
Awesome. Did you guys see that video that my friend Erin Brown did yesterday? Did you guys watch it all yet? Okay, Kristen says she has. Trisha, Carrie, have you?
I have not.
What
Okay.
is it?
The video that Erin Brown, my friend, came on and she did a live and she talked about how she has gotten, I think she's got, I challenged her and I pushed her and I said, you're going to sit down, you're going to book parties today. So she started and she contacted me like 3 or 4 hours later and she was like, so I may have 4 cooking shows and 12 virtual parties on my calendar now. And I was like, I just talked to you like 3 hours ago. And she was like, yeah, that's what happens when you sit down and actually try to book parties. I was like, well, there you go. But she posted on Team Peace Hot Shots, watch her live first. If you just type in, it's John and Erin Brown is what it is. But if you type, if you go yesterday, and then she posted the words that she is sending out to people to get the bookings. Basically, she's kind of getting catalog shows to begin with, and then she's messaging them back and talking to them about running virtual parties alongside the catalog parties, which is ultimately what we do with our virtual parties anyways. I tell them to get outside catalog orders besides people on Facebook all the time. So
What's
that's
her name?
Aaron Brown. So look at John, and then it's like the letter N, and then Aaron, Erin Brown. John and Aaron Brown.
Okay.
Yes, I watched her video. I watched it.
Okay. Have you
But-
done that? Have you sent out any of the messages yet that she was talking about?
I have been doing my own kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and just from me doing that, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 shows or 8 parties for May. I had 9, but my one lady, we had a tornado come through.
I saw
and
that.
It messed up her house, so she can't have her party. But
Okay,
I
so
thought it was
Trisha,
crazy that.
I'm going to challenge you to send out the message. Yeah, and see
I
if you
should have just lied and said yeah.
can get 5 more. Hey, if my friend Aaron Brown can get like 15 parties, sending this message out, and she wasn't done yet. That was the thing. When I talked to her, she was like, she had just started the process.
I don't know how to, because I don't have a posting app. Maybe I need to do that.
Why do you need a posting app to send out personal messages?
No, I mean to like book that many parties. I think that's what I stressed out about is like,
Yes, you need a posting app. SendShare is amazing. You absolutely.
SendShare is the best thing ever.
I could not do this business without a posting app. My brain would like explode in the first day.
I
and
would
I
not
think
do
that's
it.
why I'm feeling
Yep, it
like I
is.
can't do it because I
It
don't
is.
have that.
Yeah, it is. And you can try it for 37 days or something for free anyways. All you need is go to the SendShare, and then the code is Cinch free.
Okay, and that is my computer does not download. So do I have to download it to the computer, or is it just through Chrome, or what is it? Because if I have to download it, I can't do that.
No, it doesn't, because if you just click on, like Tony has her outline, okay, the outline that she puts in Team PC Hotshots,
Yeah.
that's
I can't
already,
open.
it's already a SendShare link. Well, probably because you don't have SendShare.
So if I signed up and I could do that.
It would take you to SendShare. If it's not
Okay.
opening for you, it's because you don't have SendShare yet. It's not pulling up into a program.
Gotcha.
Okay, so once you have SendShare, it's going to load up those posts.
And what's the code? It's what?
Cinch, CINCH free. All one word, Cinch free.
Oh, okay.
And it's
I guess
37
that's-
days free.
I'm just gonna have to break down and do that.
It is, because then you will say, okay, Melody, I can get 5 more parties and I can run 4 at a time. I mean, I have 4 parties starting this weekend. I don't even think twice about it because of that. Like, I could not post that many if I didn't have SendShare. I
Okay.
think that will really help you a lot.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn off my
And how you told me to get 5 more?
Yep. Kristen, I'm going to challenge you. How many did you say you had? 5? I'm going to challenge you
I have 5.
to get. did I
My
say
daughter brought me Chick-fil-A. She's so nice.
5?
Maybe she does love me.
That is nice. Kristen, how many would you like to have on your calendar?
8.
8?
I'm
you
used
say
to
80?
doing
8.
No.
Not 80. With SendShare, you can do 82.
I was like, yes, oh my God. It's a lot.
What are you?
because I'm used to doing anywhere from 1 to 3 a month.
Okay.
And so having 5, I'm like, wow. Oh.
I learned, besides what I already told you about promoting to a director, what I learned is the closest I can get to 5,000 in sales myself, the less pressure and reliability that I have to rely on my team. And that is a good place to be. And so I always, once I promoted, tried to have, the 4,000 in sales. And I have never once not hit my director qualifications in a month, because it was just always something I did.
So you've always met your sales yourself?
I usually every month, besides last year when I had my accident and stuff and was recovering for long periods of time. But besides last year, I've always had, usually around 6,000, but at least 4,000 always. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My goal is to have as many parties as possible. In April, I only had 4 parties.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to book as many as possible, and I surprisingly have 12. So
you have 12. Awesome.
It's a scary number, but it's not going to be difficult. It's just more than I'm used to.
Yeah.
So I'm
And
looking
that's
forward
a good
to
way
it.
to look at it. It's just different than what you're used to. Because I will tell you guys, I was like, yep, I'm good with 2 or 3 virtual parties a month. This was last year. Okay. My mindset was, I like to do my cooking shows. I'll have my 6 to 8 cooking shows, and I'm good with 2 or 3 virtual parties. But what I found from lots of other executive leaders is I got to the end of the year and I was in the exact same place as I was the previous January. So I was like, okay, I can keep doing what I'm doing and have the same results in a year from now, or I can step it up and I can do more and make that choice.
Yeah.
And since I have made that choice, I think in January I had over 7,000. March I had over 8,000. This month was my lowest so far, and I had over 6,000. But I only had 2 cooking shows last month. So majority of my sales came from virtual parties last month. And without that, I would have had not enough sales last month. And so by stepping up my virtual parties, it actually makes it easier, because when I'm running, I usually try to run, 3 to 4 a week, all starting on the same day. And I usually take off a week. I give myself a week, especially once you build a team, give yourself a week not to do parties. Whatever week that is, okay, whatever week that is, because a lot of times directors that run them every week with no break, they hit a burn level, So give yourself that time to refocus, to get that good host coaching in, to make sure your teammates are where they need to be, checking in with them. Give yourself that week to not be running virtual parties, which that means the other weeks you may be doing a little bit more, to make sure that you have a week. But that's what I do. Like this month, I'm starting parties the 4th, 11th, and 18th. I'm not doing any parties that last week of the month at all. So that is a choice that you have, ultimately. So as you guys are, going for directorship or have already went for directorship, best advice I can give you is continue booking your calendar to stay strong, because that's ultimately where recruits are going to come from. Because once you hit directorship, it's not like, woo, I've arrived. I don't have to do anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't stop there. That's where it starts, So if you can see that as, it's not going to change. You're going to continue sharing the opportunity with your hosts and in your parties, and trying to recruit. Let me tell you a little secret. You will get anything you want in this business with 8 parties and 2 recruits a month. Shh. That is any trip. You'll get excellence, whether it be in sales, recruiting, you will get anything. And that is how I have run my business always, is 8 and 2. And when you can have that mindset, it totally changes your business. And you'll really start achieving everything that you want. And this right here is a sticky note that I have next to my desk. It says, put your oxygen mask on first.
Ooh.
And what that means is, yes, your team is important. Yes, your hosts are important. But your business, what you do, comes first always. That is where the majority of your business is going to come from, is from your sales, your parties, not your teams. Okay. As you guys grow, you're going to see more and more come from your team, but 80% is going to be your business. 20% is going to be worrying and helping and training them. Okay. So if you can always just keep that kind of as a focus, okay, that's really going to help you. How are your 25 contacts a week coming?
Slower than last week.
25 a week?
Yeah. 25 written down a week.
Oh, I was doing 25 a day.
Perfect.
There you go.
That is why you have, all these parties. So
That's why I'm stressed out. I don't know.
What about a
I
week?
thought it was 25 a week and then I messed that up. Like, wait a minute. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you that. Maybe you just keep plugging along. So as we go into this next week, and Kristen, my focus with you is going to shift to, instead of what do you need to do to promote, it's going to shift to what do I do now? Okay. So we're going to have some of those conversations as we move through through May. Okay. Now with Trisha and Carrie, okay, it's going to be recruiting and what do we do in our parties. Okay. But I still want you guys to have at least 8 parties on your calendar by Sunday. Okay. That's the goal, because that's going to set you up for a stronger May. Okay. And guys, I'm just telling you, which I know that Kristen's already there, but the other two, this opportunity to use this kit and run with it is huge this month for you guys. Like, they couldn't have put it on a platter and presented it to you any better than this with the bow. Okay. Like, here you go. Now run with it. Okay. So you want to make it happen this month is what I'm saying. Okay. Because you're not going to have a 109 with a quick cooker in it for next month.
That kit is incredible.
It is.
It's amazing.
It is. It's really good. I mean, and guys, you guys see what they're doing right now? They're playing. They are playing around. So they went from that $39 kit that didn't have, it had some products in it, but it was $39. And they're seeing, how did this go? How are these people doing? Is this something we want to see? Now they're trying a different approach. Here's a 109 kit, but it has some amazing products in it, that is not typically offered in the other 109 kit. And they're running with it this month, so they're really trying some things to really feel, to see what is working, what is helping us recruit, but also what specials are people being the most successful with. They're really trying some different things to kind of feel all this out. So individual calls, okay, we're going to focus on just what we're doing in our parties too, to help your parties be successful, because that's a big part of promoting as well. Is we don't just want to have these parties and remember, you fake it till you make it. $200 is not our goal for these parties. Okay. Our goal, $700-800. And I told my host tonight when I host coached her, I'm like, I just want to tell them, if you will invite 150 people and get 50 to 60 there, every single one of my hosts that does that 700 to 800. Every one of them. And it literally goes down with how many people are in their parties. If there are 10 people in there, it's, you know, unless they're really working to get those outside sales, it's like, okay, it's a $200 to $300 party. If there's 50 to 60 in there, I'm just noticing it is a much higher party. 12 to 15 orders every single time. And if you can tell them that in host coaching and say, listen, my hosts that do this, this is the result. You know, and that's what's really working for me to have higher parties, because they're listening to that. So, but we're going to talk about, you know, how to make your party successful, focusing on your recruiting, figuring out potential recruits for you guys this month, whether it's in your parties or other people. Okay. We're going to talk about how you share the business in virtual parties. And what kind of things you can do to go live to share that, you know what, in any live that I'm doing my virtual party, I'm going to have that quick cooker sitting right here. Like, check this bad boy out. Okay. So, I'll be sharing that a lot, and I'll be talking about my host. Can get this at 60% off this month because they hosted in May. So, I will get with you guys each individually, and we will talk about when is the best time to have your call. Okay, because I want to do, you know, whether it's a lunch break, whether it's, you know, I have, you know, I'll send you some different times and see what will work, you know, for your guys' schedule. So that will be kind of the next step starting next week. So we will start having calls. You will have a call the week of the 6th through the 10th, the 13th through the 17th, 20th through 24th, and then the 27th through the 31st. So we will have 4 individual calls this month. Okay, all focusing on what are we going to do in our parties to get there, and what are we doing to get recruits. Okay, but obviously the earlier in the month that you guys are thinking about recruits and stuff, the easier it's going to be on you towards the end. So, do you guys have any questions for me going forward at this point?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yet.
All right. Awesome. So I will reach out and get with each of you, and we will work on setting up your guys' call for next month. So thank you, you 3, for being on and being consistent, because you guys have been on every call. I haven't been having, you know, to text you and hunt you down. So thank you. I appreciate that. So, and congratulations to you again, Kristen, on your promotion. It was awesome. And we're going to work on helping you become a strong director. So that's always the goal. When someone promotes to directorship, I don't feed you to the wolves and go, all right, go figure it out. Because that's what happened to me. And I had to figure it out on my own. So I don't want that for you guys. So, but thank you guys for being on here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You guys have a good evening.
Y'all too.
Bye, guys.